documents have been circulated. I hope all of us have the problem. And then item number 1 is opening. I want to declare this meeting officially open now. This public hearing officially open now. And on the second agenda item is welcome and remarks. Let me take this opportunity to greet Honorable MEC and your entourage, honorable members who are members of the Scopa, our chairperson of the Portfolio Committee, Honorable Bella Cooper, our staff members from the legislature, and all those who are viewing or listening from different media platforms. You are welcome to this public hearing. The department that is appearing today is the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development in Limpopo. Scopa derives its mandate from Section 114, 2A and B of the Republic of South Africa, the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, Act number 106, which stipulates that a provincial legislature must provide for the mechanisms to ensure that all organs of the state in the province are accountable to it and to play an oversight over the state institution. It is against that background that you are convened today, just to make sure that you account to the public on how the money was spent or on how the resources of the state are utilized. Because what is critical is that they must always be geared towards the public and the society at large. Scopa provides an oversight role by strengthening the accountability, transparency, integrity of the government and the public entities. We are also assigned or given responsibility to ensure that all resolutions are implemented. So one of our responsibility is to track House resolutions and monitor their implementations. Performance planning, monitoring and evaluation are critical in building a capable state. And that is why we emphasize that every employee within the state, every public sector, every employee within our public entities must make sure that we account to what we do every day. And every level above each level must make sure that the lower level accounts until the MEC. So this can only be achieved through the strengthening of the internal controls of the department. That is when we have a very strong control within your department, whereby everybody in different sections of your department is able to do his or her job, and then the accounting officer monitor implementation, and then our monitoring and evaluation section must also do its best. So I indicated that we need to strengthen the internal controls of the department, and where there are deviations, the accounting officer must take consequence management. And if she or he does not act as such, the MEC should also make him or her to account. We can't fail our people. We can't fail to account on how we spend rents and cents. failing to get credits and debits correct, and not complying with the relevant institutions as stipulated is unforgivable, is unacceptable. It is also unforgivable not to provide the necessary service to the public. They deserve to get a better service. So the hearing today is focusing on the 2 financial years, 2022 and 2023. 2022 and 2023, and 2023 and 2024. So, with those few remarks, I'm saying we are going to continue with the agenda, but I just want to check with the MSC. Maybe just because we have received the file, here are the files. The HOD is that unfortunate. The introduction is still coming. You'll pardon me. We check from you as the accounting authority that and the HOD. Are you aware of the files that were dispatched to us as the committee?
Thank you very much, Chairperson of the Scopa, the honorable members, the officials from the Department of Agriculture, starting from the accounting officer, the acting head of the department, and also the officials from the legislature. Let me take this opportunity to indicate that that which is reflected on the file, I own up with the exception of few things that we were trying to correct on the issue of the table of content, because we have notified them about the structure, how the file should be structured, because it's a standard way of packaging the file. All of us, we've gone through the institutions of higher learning, we've been corresponding with the VET, UNISA, and the bottom part is that the table of contents must direct the people who will be going through the documents so that they don't waste much of their time searching for the information. It must be user-friendly, but with the exception of the table of content, which I think it has been corrected. I own up the content of the file, and some of the discrepancies, of course, that I was trying to allude to them to rectify, more especially on the table of content in terms of the pages. I think we have one page, of course, which is corrected to indicate the other part of the pages. So if that will please the House, I think we'll then ferry the House with such copies and duly apologize for what I've already indicated. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And also, we want to indicate that indeed all of us in this sitting here, we whatever we present like we on oath, or we take oath to say this thing is what we own up, and we thank the MEC for confirming that. I also want to apologize for not acknowledging the AG, representative from the AG and the Treasurer. My apologies, you are acknowledged. Thank you very much. We are on item number 3 on introductions. We are going to start with the members of Scopa. Maybe let me start with myself. I'm Esther Mukwele, the chairperson of Scopa in Limpopo.
Good morning, Honorable MEC in your department. My name is Jacques. I'm really Greetings, honorable members, greeting MEC and your collective. My name is Thabo Maboja. I'm a member of the Standing Committee on Public Accounts. Thank you.
Machete Pesi, Standing Committee, Scopa, in the province.
Good morning. Thank you very much, MEC and honorable members, staff component, and Doris Kapondo, member of the Scopa.
Morning. Morning, MSC, HOD, and all you tourists. My name is Nempumuruni Tamberini Colbert, a member of Standing Committee on Public Accounts.
Morning, MEC, honorable members, and everybody in the house. My name is Owoli Maila, member of Scopa. Thank you.
Morning to you, Chairperson. Morning, MEC and the collective, and also the honorable members and the staff. My name is Asnat Majumani. I'm the member of this committee.
Morning, Chair. Morning, MEC. Honorable members and our officials. I'm Bella Kumpa, the Chairman of Portfolio Committee on Agriculture.
Yeah, the second, we have the legislation staff.
Good morning, honorable members and colleagues. My name is Milady Elizabeth Mutimela, the researcher for the committee.
Good morning, my name is Kate Mutala from the Legal Services.
Morning. My name is Nasra. I'm the researcher in this researcher from Scopa, deployed by the ANC.
Morning everyone, my name is Rita Obatu, the researcher from
My name is
If you can stand up.
Okay. Morning everyone. My name is Morisaba. I'm a researcher from the ANC.
Thank you very much. Office of the Auditor General.
Good morning, my name is Valekan Mwatla from Auditor General.
I'm Daum Burane from Auditor General.
Good morning, Chairperson, members, MEC, my colleagues, I'm Helen Julia from Management.
Okay, from the Office of the Treasurer.
Good morning, my name is Precious Mina, the Provincial Accountant General.
Good morning, my name is Mahmoud Shepherd from the Legislators.
MEC.
Good morning, Chairperson, and also to acknowledge in our midst, because I did not acknowledge before, a representation from Scopa and Treasury, and also my honorable Chairperson. Just highlighted honorable members, including me, but I just feel I must just signal her as the portfolio chair, Honorable Paul Bella Kumpa. My name is Nagedi Kekana, the MEC for Department of Agriculture and Rural Development. Thank you.
Good morning, Honorable Chairperson and members, colleagues, Auditor General, the Chairperson from the Portfolio Committee. Allow me to say all protocol observed. My name is Mpoma Shamba. I'm the acting head of the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development.
Thank you. Good morning, honorable Chairperson and members of the legislature, my MEC and colleagues at large. My name is Marianga Tingi, Chief Financial Officer for the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development. Thank you.
Good morning, honorable Chairperson, members, colleagues. My name is Fiona Yetisani. I'm the Director, Internal Control and Compliance. Thank you.
Morning, Honorable Chairperson and honorable members, colleagues. My name is Jethro Nwata. I'm the Chief Director responsible for agricultural development and farmer support.
Good morning, Chairperson, honorable members, colleagues. My name is Mr. Pula, Chief Director of Sustainable Resource Management in the Department of Agriculture.
Good morning, Honorable Chair, members, MEC and colleagues. I am Belinda Lamasaki, Chief Director for the Branch Agrarian Transformation and Sector Selection Services.
Are you done?
Morning, Chairperson, MEC, morning, Chairperson, and honorable MEC, members of the Scopa. My name is Katavula Mashele, the Chief Director for Corporate Services.
Morning, Chairperson, members of Scopa, fellow colleagues. My name is Surprise Team. I'm the Team Chief Director of Strategy Systems.
Good morning, Chairperson, and members of the committee, MEC, and colleagues. My name is Mbani Makubele. I'm the Director of the
Good morning, Chairperson, honorable members, colleagues, honorable MEC. My name is Felix Toro from the Department of Agriculture, Senior Development Officer.
Good morning, Chairperson, honorable members, MEC, and my colleagues. My name is Faith National Chief Risk Officer.
Morning, Chairperson, members of Scopa, MEC, colleagues. My name is Moses Mabunda, Acting Chief Director, Agriculture, Regulation and Technology.
Chairperson, honorable members of the MEC and colleagues. My name is Jonathan Mbe. I'm the head of office in the office of the MEC. Chairperson, honorable MEC, honorable members, colleagues. My name is Belal Pakadi, and I'm the media liaison officer of the office of the office.
Good morning, Chairperson, honorable members, and MEC. My name is Hawa Mutwani, Health and Academic Secretary.
I think we have all introduced ourselves. I want to check if there are apologies from our side. We have an apology of Honorable Mathodi Caroline Mantata Mahasela. She was here in the morning but requested to go and consult. Maybe let me check staff. Is there any apology?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. We have an apology from Mr. Saul More, who is our communication officer responsible for these cameras. He has a meeting in the office. That's the only apology.
Do you have any apology, MC?
Good morning, Chairperson. I don't think we don't have an apology from our side.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. We also have an apology from Honorable Sebubela. I forgot it. Honorable Sebubela is the member of Scopa. She's also having other commitments. Thank you very much, Mr. Khan. We are on number 4. For regrettably, MEC, I wish we were to move to item number 4 on questions. But like I asked to say, are you aware of the file? And you also raised some issues on the file. I must express my disappointment and want to say it looks like maybe we are not taken serious. One can conclude like that. Because if a department of government of a very big province like Limpopo would just organize a file like this, like the MEC has indicated, or there are very basic standards of a file. The first thing, which is the table of contents, which will guide the user where to go and where to find a particular document. That thing is not there. But the other thing, our files are very difficult to work with. They are not paginated. You just have to move throughout the file, up and down, back, and all those things if you want to. And that thing affects the quality of our preparations. Because as Scopa, we take these hearings very serious. We prepare intensively for your information. We prepare. So maybe some people just take advantage of, because this file is big, they will just say, no, we'll just see or what they're saying. No, it can't be. That is a disservice to the members of the public. We have to go through each and everything. And as we are going, if there are certain documents that are missing, it frustrates us. It affects our preparations. And when we are saying we are accounting, we will say this action, we have done 1, 2, 3, we resolved. For example, there was an issue of audit. And the response was to say, we will develop an audit plan. That audit plan is not there. What evidence is there to make sure, to ensure that that decision was implemented? There was a forensic report which was, an investigation report which was mentioned. That investigation report was not in the file. After the intervention by our researcher, some of the documents were included. Here are the files, there are they. And as and when they were brought this morning, there was no way we could say we will adjourn this and start to go through those reports which were missing. So it's very disappointing, I must indicate, MEC. And we believe that you have staff. As they were introducing ourselves, you have the directors, we have high-level management. And there is somebody who is hired to do this job. And it's not this person alone. We have got those who have to, the managers on top of, we have got the directors. Once this file is taken to you from that office, what is that officer saying? He or she should say, here is the file, go and appear and account on behalf of the department. But there was no due diligence on the file. And it should have passed all the levels. I believe all of you who are here, you are here to come and represent your department. And you are going to say something with regard to this file. And I think you are more than 50. All of you could not realize that there's something that needs to be done. There's something that needs to be done on this file. Let me see. As you are the one who is responsible, at least you should have checked yourself and take it back. Even before it gets to this level. Because getting to this level, as we say, go and do it again, there are a lot of implications. There are cost implications. As Scopa, we must make sure that we deal with this wasteful expenditure. And here we are going to incur the very wasteful, fruitless and wasteful expenditure because of a technical issue which was supposed to be addressed. And if that poor person who compiled this made a mistake, where were we, all of us? Where were we? And if maybe you took advantage that this is big, nobody's going to read. For your information, we read each and every page. We don't want to come here and waste time on where is this document. We want to get straight to the issue, engage on the issue, and you give us progress, you give us a clarity where we need clarity. That is what we are here for. Not to say, hey, by the way, you are saying page what? Page 1 of the 2022-2023. No, it's not page 1 of 2020, it's page 1 of 2022-2020. Such mistakes. So it is against that background that the members felt that it will be a disservice to the public to come and sit here and engage on the file that does not have very critical information. I'm just sampling some few issues. And we believe that it's the responsibility of the department to go and sit and ensure that you include each and every evidence. If you say we had the problem of a lack of capacity in terms of other employees not performing, and then we decided to have a workshop, and then in the annexure you only include a roll call. What was the contents of the workshop? What were you addressing, in fact, that the Scopa must know, or at least you are addressing the very same challenge that you've raised? If there was a recommendation that the MEC must come up with a strategic a program, there is a document here, which was a recommendation, and the MEC has to come up with an intervention. But that document is not signed. How do we know that it was from the MEC, or it's just one official that just drafted and included the file? It's not signed. When the MEC writes to the HOD to say, tell us why we should not prefer charges against you, and the HOD or the accounting officer responds to say, because I have taken action on 1, 2, 3 official, please don't institute those processes on me. And then on the report, you just say, the MEC has just accepted what the... But there have been letters, but all of a sudden, there's no letter, it's just the MEC saying, no. These are some of, they might be small, but to us they are not small because the public deserve better. We have to get, so that when we get into the discussion, we just simply go to the progress. And where there are challenges, we are able to address that challenge. Scopa is not there to just critique negatively. Our contribution based on what we have already done, department that we have done already. It was identifying a challenge, coming up with a way that the department can resolve it, and then we move forward. We think that if we can just go into that, it will assist us. And MEC, we felt that we can't continue. We can't continue. And we take it from our premier when she opened this 7th administration. When she concluded, she said, we can let the status quo remain. And I think when she said things have changed, she was not only referring to her, she was referring to every employee in the department, that we must go and do things differently. If this file was just called for compliance, that we just go there and appear, I have complied, that is malicious compliance. The intention is all the issues that we have in the department, we try to come up with a way forward. Where we have got challenges, we recommend that the department is challenged in terms of this. Premier, can you intervene? Can you assist them? If you have a problem of capacity, we will recommend that make sure that you give the treasury, make sure that at least you address the issue of capacity on all those things. So it's not about only saying, why didn't you do this or why did you do this? We also have to come up with very progressive decisions that will help the department to move forward. We therefore say, we are not going to continue with this hearing until the new date will be communicated, and then the file will be taken back to you. You do due diligence to it, and you must know that costs, because this is not an excuse. Costs are on you, MC. Yeah, and we are saying maybe let's give you 7 days so that you are able to sit down and check where you said we will do this. Let be something that supports that statement. We don't want any statements. We don't want verbal agreements. Those agreements for intervention must be included in the file. Yeah, and then maybe if I've left something, can I allow the committee members maybe just to say 1, 2, 3? Oh, I can see. I saw your hands, but
let me just interject. Chairperson,
yeah.
I think we represented us very well. We shouldn't delay this meeting for officials to go and do due diligence from now. I think we can't add and we can't subtract whatever we said. We take solid on what we said, and we thank you very much. Thanks.
Okay, I think we're agreeing. Thank you very much.
You had to say about it.
Honorable Mabucha?
Yeah, mine is just brief. I was saying that we need to do away with this misconception that the committee is rejecting the file of the department on the basis that there was no table of contents. That's fallacy. That's neither here nor there. The committee is dismissing this file because it's disorganized. It's disorganized. It's not easy to work with. So it must not be like we're dismissing them because there was no table of contents, but the content is there. There are files still missing in your document. Had you done your quality assurance or checks and balances, you were ought to see that there are problems within this file. So it must not be it's more than that. MEC, your file is nicely packaged. Look at ours. Ours is a mess. So we can't deal with a mess. We only got files today. So thanks, Chair.
Thank you. Honorable Smart?
Chairperson, I think just to add maybe on some of the issues that you might have missed, and I do think, Honourable MEC, Scopa would want to make proper recommendations and to do proper oversight over the department. And one of the issues that are missing from the report is 2 things. When you do give written warnings or you do take disciplinary action against officials, it follows a process, and that process flows from your Chief Risk Officer's report. That comes there. So those type of reports are not there to see, for us to see if you've actually did what the recommendation was. I'm just giving you an example. The dealing with the unwanted expenditure normally requires you, once you finalize your process of investigations, requires you to communicate to Treasury through either requesting condolment or letting them know.
Honourable Sman,
yeah.
I don't want us to get into the hearing.
Yeah.
I said when I presented to the MEC that just to mention a few standard basic administrative issues. And I've given example here where the file is not well packaged, including the table of contents. Whoever wants to take it that we returned, that will just be malicious and intentional. We are just mentioning it because it's not there. We are saying there are no investigation reports that you spoke about. The action plans, the audit plans are not there, but you spoke about them. Just a few, because you can, if we want to try to tell them 1, 2, 3, and we add, the risk is that we will talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there is no, we don't talk about 6, 7, 8, 9, and then they'll go and correct 1, 2, 3 up to 5. And then when they come back, we say, no, but this one, you said, no, you did not talk about it. So what we are saying is that take the file, we have got professionals who can, an accounting officer who must sit and see, talk to each and every resolution. Where there is a recommendation by either the committee or whatever, you must tell us where are you in terms of that, and include the evidence in the form of, is either a report, a checklist, whatever. My fear is that we can't sit here and start to say the regular expenditure number, mama, the one that we are living is going to come back unattended for, and they will then say, but you don't mention anything. These were just examples of some of the mistakes that are there in the file. We go, and that's why we give us 7 days. Go and sit and make sure that you come with a product that can be presentable. Remember, the AG used to always say, we must professionalize public service. We must professionalize public service. We can't just work like a file just be like this, like I don't know, but let's make sure that this is a department we have professionals who can do the job. And I'm going to give MEC chance to just to say something before we close the meeting.
Thank you so much, Honorable Chairperson, Honorable Mkwele, the Portfolio Chair, Honorable Mabuza, and all the members of Scopa present here. Let me take this opportunity to indicate that, like I've already indicated during the commencement of this meeting, to say some of the things I was not happy with them. So it was not a surprise to me when I got this kind of response from the Scopa, primarily because indeed we need to adhere to our section 195 of the Constitution, which then talks about the issue of professionalization of the public service, and make sure that indeed we adhere to the ethic, the high level of the ethics and the values, of course, as enshrined in the Constitution. So you are very much correct, because all of us, we are then governed by the priorities, of course, as alluded to by the President, especially on the last priority on building a capable, ethical, and developmental state. So what you are saying is very much correct, and to indicate that the honorable, not the honorable, the officials that constitute the staff from Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, all of them, they are not new. They've been in this service for a long time. So most of the things that you are indicated, I can say it before you under oath, to say I have been highlighted all those things to them. Hence, they were able to make the corrections. Unfortunately, it was late. So if it wasn't late, they know for a fact, they can attest for the fact of the issue of the portfolio of evidence. Every time in my discussion, I do mention about the issue of the portfolio of evidence. So if the file in front of me is corrected, and the ones that you are having are not corrected. I therefore take this responsibility, of course, to shift the responsibility to the accounting officer and the collective in terms of incurring the cost of whatever implications that may arrive out of the financial implications. That in itself will serve as a lesson for the entire compliance with the pieces of legislation, with the constitution, with the priorities, and then to make sure that our endeavor to get the clean audit, indeed we arrive there. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, MEC. Indeed, it is regrettable that we have to come here, leave our offices, leave a lot of things, and at the end of the day, we return back. So we must just improve, colleagues. We no longer have any choice but just to work. And I hope MEC next year, when you appear for 2025, we will not say where is the evidence for consequence management for irregular expenditure which was incurred on the 28th of January. It's real, I agree. She must account. I'm just giving an example, the practical one. This is not just today. It has far-reaching implications. It should appear in the next year's report. What did you do to the accounting officer? And the accounting officer must also tell us what she did to this mess. So there's still going to come, there's a line coming to you, colleagues, that we must account. So without any waste of
but
time.
maybe to indicate that upon the 7 days that we are given to rectify what is needed here, I think we should be at liberty, of course, to get a certain indication prior to us appearing to Scopa to say the file is correct or not correct, because our purpose here is not to witch hunt, but to make sure that collectively we make an impact to the community members. That is my humble plea.
I think always we have our researchers that we can engage. That is why she engaged you yesterday, even before. Is that it was late. So you can work together until she's satisfied, and then she will.
And if the researcher is satisfied, I'm afraid if she says or he says I'm satisfied, it means the house must be satisfied, because we are ready to do everything that you want.
I am saying what you are raising. I'm saying you can work with the researcher for the 7 days that we are talking about, so that we address what you are addressing, to say we can't wait for the 7 days until we check ourselves. So you can check yourselves against what we commented with the researcher. So if she is satisfied after that 7 days or even before, she can always talk to me, and then we also check and we continue. Or you can even call me as well, MEC, to say check on this one. Then are we complying? We are always there for assistance. We don't have to. In fact, that is our recommendation. So if it was possible, we had maybe a week after every hearing, we could say, when it's still three days, to say, hey, look at this and this one, we correct, so that at least we are able to correct. But just to come in the morning and find a new file, it's very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult. But the intention is good. I must emphasize the intention is good, is to correct and do things in a way that is acceptable. We must not condone, if that is how you used to do that. Not because I only got in the 7th administration, and when the Premier said things have changed, I understood along that context. that we can no longer do things the same. We must do them in a way that will assist everybody. Because indeed it's traumatizing. You spend the whole night preparing and you are struggling to get this, you're struggling to get information. When you come here, you find a new file. It traumatizes further. So, but the intention is good. It's just to correct so that going forward, things are done correctly. Without any waste of time, we are going to close this meeting at this item. You'll be submitting next week Tuesday, and then from there we'll see which date can be able to squeeze you. Yeah, thank you. This meeting starts. Are there announcements?
I'm making a proposal. I have a proposal, Chair. Can we remain with the researchers? And then with the department HE and treasure, then we remain with our researchers so that we do the housekeeping.
There is lunch at 12:30. Those who can make it, you are invited.
Yeah, those files we may leave them because they are still going to work on them. Maybe they can use the very same files or whatever so that we minimize cost. Let's leave them. Certain information is just to take it out and repackage it. We don't have to start again.
They can use the
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much.